Yo, I had to put on my helmet just to show off real quick. I just got this in the mail like yesterday, and I won't wear it for the whole live, but look, it's pretty nice. It's a POC. It's got the MIPS, but yeah. Okay, so my hair's all messed up, but I had to wear it for like 5 seconds. How is everybody today? I had fun. Like there's people here like 30 minutes early. That's crazy. So we had a good like little chat. We got let's see. I'm just gonna read through and I'm gonna also give the wrenches to the first five people. So that's how it works now. First five people in the chat are the moderator for the rest of the live. So let's see. We had Blake was super early. Never Ender. All right. Marvin, what's up, guys? And then we'll go through. We'll see who all's here. Dirt Racer X. Is that 4? I think that's 4. And number 5 is Bizzle. All righty. Cool. So yeah, you guys are gonna have the blue wrench for the rest of the live. I really appreciate it when the blue wrench people help me answer questions and all that stuff. But yeah, you guys, all of you guys here who were here early have all been in like a lot of the lives, so that's super awesome. Glad you guys are here, coming back, hanging out. So Bizzle is on his way back to New York from Florida. He's looking for some houses. He's gonna end up on Big Boy's channel next year. We're all counting on it. Okay, Bizzle, don't let us down. Blake said he rode like 40 miles. But yeah, guys, so start popping in your questions. I'm gonna rant about a couple different things and kind of catch up on the chat. I ate some chicken and then I went to the bathroom and then I came back. So I missed a little bit here. Let's see. Oh yeah, we were talking about free coasters. That's what I wanted to talk about. So did you guys listen to the podcast? There's like I saw like a handful of people went over there and checked out the podcast. So hold on. Okay, anyway, did you guys? If you didn't, I'm gonna send the link because it sounds a lot better on Spotify. I think you guys will like it. So hold on, I'm gonna send the link if you guys haven't listened. It's the same as the podcast video version that I put on there, but still, I'm gonna send this. I'm trying to grow it through Spotify, and then like you guys can, I don't know if you listen to it anyway. There, that's the podcast link. Go listen because this one I actually, so the first one I did was just kind of like a test to see if the flow worked, if everything worked out. And this one I actually did some research to make sure that I put out something pretty solid. Mm, so every single Tuesday, the podcast is going to come out on the audio version. So it's like what Spotify, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, Google Podcasts, and Breaker. I got to figure out how to put it on Apple. This one was super fun though because I talked a little bit about the We the People hybrid free coaster and some drama like with We the People copying some ideas and all this stuff. But it's really funny because a day or two before that, We the People commented on my, I want to say it was the CRS review, and they said, "Hey, really good review, but," and then they listed out all these things about like, well, even though it's a single wall rim, our single wall is thick than a lot of companies' cheap double wall rims. So I was like, that's kind of crazy. They're actually watching my videos, but I think it's good. It gives them a really good opportunity to like work with me and give me that kind of information when I do the reviews so that you guys can get more info about it. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But it was super funny how I was like, oh, they kind of steal ideas, blah, blah, blah on the podcast. And then I said the hybrid free coaster talked about it for a few minutes and said, I think it's like $240. They haven't announced it yet, or they hadn't at the time. And then they commented on that, said it's actually 140 with a winky face. And I said, oh, so they just heard me talk about them stealing ideas and then all that. So that's fun. But oh God. Anyway, hybrid free coaster, 140 bucks. I'm actually going to get one and try it out because I like being able to switch. So you can have a cassette, you can have a free coaster and just alternate between the two. And only 140 bucks. Like I think the BSD Revolution was 230 or something like that. So that's awesome, honestly, super awesome. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Sunday. Who's talking about Sunday? Oh, I missed so much in the chat. Hold on, I gotta do shouts out to the people who are here in the live. We've got a handful. We've got 16 people, but only 7 likes. Seven's a cool number, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Um, oh, Dirt Racer X is in Phoenix, and I'm gonna be in Phoenix hopefully in a week or so. So it'd be really cool to go over and like link up with you guys in different spots. So when I start traveling more as like 2021 becomes better and can travel more, I can like we can meet up and ride, and that'd be super fun because it's so cool watching you all progress, like following you on Instagram and seeing you learn different tricks and stuff like that. So that's exciting. Mizaki is here. We got Dirt Racer. I already said that. Marvin, I already said that. Austin, what's up, Austin? Welcome to the live. Mason Willis, Aaron Laird. Yo, Rado is back. Rado said he wasn't going to be able to be here, but he is. Um, yeah, guys, if you have any questions, throw those questions in. But Grant says he filled in a form ages ago. How long does it take? Oh, uh, you should get it back in like a day or so, maybe a couple days if when I was really behind. But email me here. I'll put in my email. Grant, email me about the form, and then I will look it up in my emails because chances are I missed it. It's happened a small handful of times, but I will get you one ASAP, Rocky. What is my? We'll do the support email. I created a support email for my Shopify. I think that's right. Yeah, Grant, send me an email and just tell me your name and I'll have your email address. So you don't need to tell me your email address because the email will come in with your email address. But yeah, I'll look at that. Okay. Austin says that early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. Can I get an amen in the chat? I used to be late for like I've been late to a couple lives. One time, remember it? Only the OGs remember. I was driving. I was in Arizona, and I had a live scheduled, and I left my mom's house to drive to my brother's house. It's like an hour or so away, and like the live started was supposed to start before I was going to get there, so I stopped at a McDonald's and used their Wi-Fi and did the live in my car. That was a lot of fun. Um, only the true like the people who've been around since before 1,000 subs would remember that. Those were the good old days. But now we're on time for every live. I like being early so I can chit chat with you guys in the chat. Oh, I see we got Joel Berg in here. What's up, Joel? Tell Asher I said what's up. You guys gonna do another game of bike? Joel and Asher are brothers and they're very competitive. So it's really cool to see them go at it in a game of bike. What else? Who? Oh, we got Chris in the chat. What's up, Chris? Uh, Chris, are we gonna ride Sunland tomorrow? Let me know. We should ride Sunland tomorrow. But it looks like you guys rode there already. Daniel Grobber says, "Ooh, okay, Daniel." Daniel says, "What PSI do I use? Too low, you get pinch flats. Too high, no grip and uncomfortable." Um, I ride 60. No. I ride 80. I ride 80 PSI. For me, that's the most comfortable. I know a lot of people that ride 110 PSI, and then like my streety friends ride 50 to 60 PSI. So the higher PSI gives you less rolling resistance, so you can go a lot faster. So that's better for like park. But like you said, you do miss out on some grip, and doing drops with high PSI is very uncomfortable. So you just, I mean, find a perfect balance. For me, 80 is perfect balance. It is still a little hard, but you have that speed, which is more important to me than like not hurting my wrist. So yeah, I ride 80, but you kind of got to figure it out. There's someone here. Can you guys hear them? They're like right. What the? Anyway, Rado said, "I thought the live was at 6 in the morning in my country." Oh, okay. Samayo says, "I bought a Mongoose L100. Is it good?" Uh, I don't think so. I think the what's the Legion? Is it Legion the 100 or the 500? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because I think it's not that good. But let me double check. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Um, as I'm struggling today, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Legion's a solid bike. I actually this was the only Mongoose or even SE bike. Like those other brands like Mongoose, SE, Elite, brands like that, I don't even mess with reviews. But the Legion's actually one that I did have to do a review on because it's full chromoly, it's got double wall rims, like it's everything that you would expect in a mid-level bike. Now, the thing though, Mongoose is like so spec wise, it's a solid bike. But here's the thing. It's like it's all super mass produced from like China or wherever BMX is made. I know it's not China, but Taiwan. So it's all like mass produced. So with that, you get like impurities, you get minor defections and things like that. So just be careful. I mean, spec wise, it's very solid. Price wise, it's under 500. I still think the Kink Whip is a much better choice, but well, I mean, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, it's all right, but I'd go with the Kink Whip if you can. I get emails like so many a day from people saying, "Yo, I'm trying to find the Kink Whip and everyone's out of stock." And that's just how it is. So, if you can find one, get that. But the Legion's going to work fine for you, especially if you're a beginner. As you progress, things will start to break like it's just life. So you can slowly upgrade it as it goes. For a base bike, it is okay. Good question. Oh, I forgot to pin the comment. Okay, I'm gonna start pinning the comments. Rado says Arsobros is good for street. I mean, yeah, Rado, like most bike companies have a bike that's solid for street. So you can you just have to check around, check out the Dougster Bob tracker to see. Yo, who's Frankly? Frankie, is that Frankie? Hi Frankie, if that's you. Vlogs. I didn't know you had vlogs. Um, hold on. I skipped all the way to the bottom, so I'm gonna go back and try and catch up. So at the beginning of these lives, I like to try and answer like every question and get in depth on it. And then when we get to the end, like in that last 15 minutes, then I kind of skip around, look for some really good questions to just answer. But here's one. Isaac said, please put out the rest of the We the People videos. Isaac, so today at 3 p.m., the full 2021 We the People line is out. So edited, uploaded, and it's scheduled to come out at 3 p.m. So that's kind of how the schedule is going to work. Every Friday, I'm going to do a live in the morning, post a video around 3. Okay. Sunday, we're going to do a live in the evening. Tuesday, podcast goes out. Wednesday, the video version of the podcast goes out. And then it just the cycle just keeps repeating. So I have stuff scheduled, but like I said, the full 2 hour long with all the We the People bikes reviewed is going to be out today at 3. So if you guys watch the whole thing, you should get a special prize. I don't expect anyone to. It's long, right? It took me it was like I had to export it off of Premiere. Exporting took like 6 hours. So I started the export and I went and rode bikes for all day and came back and it was still going. But anyway, it's on there, it's ready. And now I'm low key nervous because some of those bikes, like the lower quality We the People ones, I said I absolutely do not recommend this bike. And now We the Peoples watching my videos, I'm like, I don't want to get Adam LZ'd out of BMX. So, oh well, oh well. You guys, I keep the reviews honest. I keep them real. And if I'm missing any information, like people point that out and then we pivot with it. So I'm not gonna like feel any pressure to change my reviews. That's how I felt about the bikes. And if there's more info about it, they will leave a big, long, detailed comment and let us know. But yeah, anyway, that's what's going on. So yo, we got Richard. What are you guys all doing? So all the El Paso boys are hanging out with me on the live. I love the support a little bit. And let's see who else we got here. Rado, Tesla all the way. Um, you always ask me about Tesla. Chris, are you really going to go to Phoenix? Chris, don't lie to me. We're gonna go to Phoenix and then we're gonna go to San Diego. You guys are more than welcome to come hang out. Um, yes. I love BMX. What's up, man? Glad you are back for the live. He says Scott and Dwayne. Is that how you say Dwayne? Are my friends. I was just thinking of that. We're all like the more homies you can bring into the Dougster Bob community, the better. I appreciate that. It's just Aaron says, "Do you know if plastic pegs damage the coping?" Um, I mean, yes and no, Aaron. So the actual coping part, no, it's going to be fine. But the corners of your pegs, when you're grinding on the coping, you're going to lean in, so you're going to be leaning into it, and the corners of your pegs are going to grind on the deck part, and that's going to damage that. But I mean, I don't know if you're talking about your own ramp or somebody else's ramp or what, but uh yeah, so that's the only thing that's going to happen, which to me isn't really a big deal, but maybe it's a big deal to you or the person that owns the skate park. I don't know. You'll have to double check that. Shinobi Kin says, I got my cult devotion a few days back, but now it's snowing. Oh my God. I've seen so many people have been getting devotions. It's awesome. And Colt made a really good move restocking right now because companies have been out for a hot minute. And as soon as they drop like a re-up on the line, they sell out so fast. And I want to say Colt's done 3 now, and most companies have only done 2 so far. So Colt got restocked on their products at a perfect time when everyone's looking for bikes, and there's not there's a lot of people with the Colt devotion Shinobi Kin. Hopefully that snow goes away and you can get on the BMX, and yeah. We got Jared in here. I don't know if I already said that, but Jared is always in the lives. What is up, Jared? God, what did Frankie say? All right, guys, I'm just looking for some solid comments. Austin has a good question here. I kind of skipped down. If I miss your question, guys, usually it's because I'm way up here and like your comments are way down here. So just be patient. But Austin says, any tips on how to quit throwing X up bar spins? Ooh, it's a really hard habit to break. Yeah, a lot about habits in the ebook I'm writing. It's crazy because once you learn like and build a bad foundation, you have a really hard time adjusting to it. So some people learn a lot slower, but they're learning the correct way. And then some people learn faster, but then in the end, they spend a lot more time adjusting what they actually learned so that they can combine it with tricks, right? Like let's say X up bar spins, you can learn those really easily, but when you start to do 360 bar spins, you're going to have a really hard time combining those two. So if you actually learn to throw the bar spin, it's going to take you longer, but when you start to combine it with other tricks, it's going to be ultimately easier. The biggest thing, I was going to use a finger bike example, but I can't really think of one. The biggest thing, man, is when you're just chilling at the skate park, sit there, you're just standing there, right? You're watching your homies ride. Just have your bars and just practice throwing and catching. Okay. Like drop your hand back, throw, catch, put your hand back on. Just keep doing that, and like you should be able to stand there with your eyes closed and just bar and just keep going like that. And then you're building that muscle memory on where your hand is, where your bars are going to go, and like get that whole motion down. It's kind of annoying, but I would say when you're just chilling, like take some time and do that and practice it like that. You can also lay on your back and hold the bike, on top like that and practice them that way. But the biggest thing I think is you're going to be scared to actually throw it, because you're comfortable landing the X up way or throwing it the X up way. So you've got to just get over that fear factor and throw a couple and see how it feels, and then adjust it that way, because that's going to be the biggest thing. We got 31 people. This is the well, I don't think it's a new record. It's about the same as the last one, but only 23 likes. I hate 23. There's a movie about that. Have you guys ever seen that movie? It's like how this guy was being all psycho. His address, the numbers in his address, 23, and then like it was like the number was haunting him. He went crazy and was writing it. Like anyway, have you guys seen that? God, that's I haven't seen that movie in forever. Yo, 28. All right, that's a good number. You guys are awesome. So Timothy says, I'm 6'3", 200 pounds with no budget. I don't really grind, but street, dirt, park. Do you recommend 22 inch? Um, Timothy, that is a solid question. So I'm 6'4" and about 213 actually when I weighed myself at the gym yesterday. So anyway, I ride a 21 inch. There's different variations. Like you could get a 21.25 or 20.5. But I mean, for me, the 21 inch is just fine. The bike looks a little tiny on me, but I like being able to control the bike. So you could get a 21.5 and it's going to feel more controlled. It's going to feel more flowy. It's going to be more ultimately comfortable. But doing like fast spins and just like quick responsive tricks are going to be a little bit harder for you. I do think a 21 or 21.25 is great for you. I always recommend, man, stay in like the 20-inch wheel because I don't know, 22-inch wheels, there's a lot of people on mountain bikes doing crazy tricks, but the geometry of like a 22-inch BMX is just terrible for actually doing tricks. So I don't know. I'm really uncomfortable on a 22 inch just because the wheel size that there's different angles now because of that changed geometry. So like the forks are going to have to be longer to supplement those wheels. So I just say get a 20-inch bike with a 21 to 20.5-inch top tube. You can find some completes in 21.33 or 21.25, but they're all beginner level. It'd be like the Fit Trail XXL or the Sabrosa Tyro XXL. Those are all bigger, but they're junk quality. So if you don't really have a budget, I think personally you would be fine on like a 21 inch, like We the People Envy or Sunday Soundwave, because Sunday Soundwave, it's got a longer chainstay, so that's going to feel more comfortable for you being tall, and it's going to work well with that 21-inch top tube. That's what I think is perfect for you. But yeah, check that out. It's very expensive bike. His brother has one, but it has a lifetime like warranty on the frame, forks, bars, and cranks. Yeah, really good bike. Check that out. I think that would work good for you. Lucas says he rides 20 psi. Lucas, that is terrible. Put at least 40 in there. And yeah, dude. Um 20 psi. That's crazy. Aiden got a bar pad. Aiden, you are late. That's okay. It's okay. Who said something about 32? Oh, you're talking about people. Yeah, this one's pretty solid. I like the vibe of the ones on Sunday, the Sunday night lives. Those are like I like how chill they are. These ones are great though. But in the morning, I'm kind of hyper in the mornings and like I just need to get stuff done. So I feel anxiety when I'm doing this, and then I'm thinking about all the things I need to get done today. So the Sunday night lives are fun. You guys, the guys that are like in the US time zone, you guys get 2 lives a week. The European guys like this one, and then some of the US guys don't like this one because it's too early for them. So now we're doing 2. Shinobi with another question. Let me see if I hold on. I'm going to pin it. Is full face helmets worth it? Like 300 euros? Oh my god. That's half the price of the bike. That's expensive, but being 32 years old, afraid to mess up teeth. So I have a good story about that, Shinobi. I used to ride a half cut helmet, like an uncertified Pro Tech or something, and I crashed. I hit a dinky spine. My bike broke in half. I went face first, and then I broke this tooth, bent back all the way, and had to go to the hospital, get the stitches. Had to go to the doctor. I had to get a root canal ultimately on this guy, and like the root canal is like $1,100 plus the crown, and then, so I don't know, you're probably not in the US, so I think I don't know, dental's not covered for you guys, right? Anyway, uh, long term, it's gonna be a lot more expensive if you smack your face and mess up your teeth like you're talking about, but the chances, I don't know. You have to see, like, what the risk of that is. I liked having so after that, I did get a full face, and I rode it for a while till it got stolen. So now I ride half cut again, but I don't, like haven't hit my face, knock on wood, since that time. So if you're really concerned about that, I'd go ahead and get the full face. If you think it might happen, or if you think it's gonna hold you back, like, get the full face anyway. But if you're pretty confident that you're not gonna smack your face, half cut's fine. But I do like, guys, I really think helmet. Frankie's in here. Frankie, tell him about your head bonky that you did. So yeah, guys, like, helmet, solid choice if you don't like concussions. So yeah, yeah, good question, good question. I got I'm gonna plug the helmet I got because the Fuse helmets were really out of stock for a while, and then these ones are on Amazon. It was kind of it took way too long to get here, and I think they drop shipped it for me, but still, it's like only $100, and normally these are around 160 or 250 with the MIPS when I was looking at it 2 years ago. So this one's only 100. It's got the MIPS, which is like there's an adjustable strap in the back that it forms to your head, right? And then when you hit your head, the helmet moves like a certain amount of millimeters to protect that direct impact, and it spreads it out more so across your head. So when you smack your head, that part that gets hit doesn't take all the impact because it spreads it out more. So the impact overall is lessened. For $100, I'm like, okay, I'll jump on that for sure. I don't hit my head very often, but when I do, it's scary. So anyway, Bor Bortolazo, what's up, man? Says my left wrist hurts when I drop things. Oh, I was like, I thought he meant like you drop your phone or whatever. Okay. All my handlebars tilt a little bit on the left bar over time. What am I doing wrong? You're using that left arm too much, man. No, I don't know. What do you mean by they tilt a little bit? Like the actual bar, like the handle part tilts down? Oops. Hmm. That's a good question. I have no idea. I'd say you're probably, favoring that side, like, I don't know, maybe you had an injury on the right side before, so your body's a little weaker over there, so you compensate for that by leaning a little bit to the left every time you drop or every time you do a trick. That would be my guess, but I honestly have no idea. Whatever you're doing, don't do that anymore, and don't hurt your wrist. Marvin says, "Doug, you ever been to Palm Springs?" I think so. I think I've driven through there, but I've never, like, been to the skate park. Marvin, did you ever go to Woodward? That's pretty close to Woodward. Um, yeah, yeah, I've driven through Palm Springs a handful of times, but I've never stopped. Um, yeah, maybe I'll have to go one day. You should go to Woodward, Marvin. Blake is leaving us for school. Good job, Blake. Pay attention to school. It's okay. This will be uploaded later. You can watch what you missed out on, but you're gonna miss out on a lot. So yeah, guys, look, let's read. Frankie hit his head and busted out into a seizure, but my sweet delicate kiss saved him. True story, except the kiss. Jared says, so I'm having free coaster issues. Oh God. From it being cold in Pittsburgh, that the grease is super thick and causing it to slip. I thought my shit was broken until I figured out it being super cold. That's interesting, uh, Jared. I didn't even know that that could happen. It's good you figured that out instead of buying a whole new free coaster and then replacing it. So that's solid. Um, Yo, what's up, Chase? Hello. Guys, I'm going back. I skipped all the way to the bottom, so I'm looking for some good comments like this one from Luis Flores. Luis says, any tips for someone that is getting back into BMX after 10 years? Um, y- you know, like guys, I know there's a lot of guys in here who are 30 plus. So what do you got for Luis getting back into the sport? Any advice? For me, Lewis, it's Lewis. Um, I think the biggest thing, man, is we talked about this a little bit last live. Take it easy as you're getting back into it. So it's going to be, you're going to feel like you need to get back right where you were when you stopped. And that's not really reasonable. So understand that with time off, like you're essentially starting over again. But as you work back into it, like things are going to come back to you and feel natural. But it's a lot better to go about it that way than just sending stuff that you feel like you should do and then realize you can't because you got hurt. So that's my number one tip for you, man. I do think like just in general, your fitness and your exercise and stretching is a really big thing that's going to help you out a lot in terms of preventing injury. But take it easy at first until you feel like you are getting the basic, like the fundamental stuff figured out. Super good question. Rado says, "Who has a TikTok? You guys can plug your TikToks, and I will follow you." Oh, look, Chase just snapped me. What is Chase talking about? Oh, it's a video. It's probably a video of me. Look, that's funny. You guys are uh, Chase. I love you. Anyway, I want to know what Chase is talking about. Uh, yeah, yeah, Timothy. No budget and no grinding. So I think the Soundwave is a really solid choice for you. Like I said, very solid. Um, it's just Aaron says, I was riding the bike in the skate park and these skaters told me to not peg the bowl. Oh, hmm. I don't dude, that's just annoying. You need a squad of bikers and they'll leave you alone, but they're just being annoying, honestly, in my opinion. No, they are because especially plastic pegs and like their trucks are metal, so their trucks are messing things up anyway when they're whatever. Don't take that. Throw your bike at him or something. Marvin says my left crank keeps coming loose and I tighten it so much every day. My forehead itches a lot. Marvin, Loctite. Get blue Loctite, not red Loctite, but blue Loctite. Put it on the bolt that goes in so that the bolt stays tight. Red Loctite, you'll never get that thing off. Blue Loctite, you'll be okay. I love BMX says my back brake is stuck and my dad will fix it. We are going to ride all weekend. Uh, awesome. Glad you're riding. I don't know what happened to your back brake, but I hope you get that figured out. Because brakes, dude, when I rode brakes, I always had so many different problems with them. Like it was like sometimes you'll put your wheel on and like the brakes are shifted this way. So you have to deflate your tire to get it through. That is just crazy. Nobody has time for that. But I mean, if you like to stop, that's pretty important. I'm gonna drink some water. And we're only a third of the way through it, but it's okay. Rado says if he gets a chance to get a 2019 bike, he'd get the GT Performer. Rado, when you get rich, remember you're buying me a Tesla. We already have that deal. So Beef BMX says, finally here, slow internet today. What's up, Beef BMX? You're only halfway late. That's pretty good. Um, let's see. It every time I do a grind, me back wheel I have so much fun reading the comments as they come. My back wheel moves forward and my chain comes super loose. I don't know why. So I don't have anything to exemplify it, but basically you need a washer. So your back wheel should have a washer, maybe even two. I don't know. But I was actually just watching a video on this last week. The washer has knurling on it, so like a little divots, and that should press up against the frame. Okay, so it goes like frame, washer with the knurling on this side pressed up against the frame, and then the bolt right here. And then that presses it in and that keeps it from slipping. And then you also maybe need to like get some strength there so you can crank it down and really tighten it. um, but yeah, so with the peg though, that's kind of a problem. So you need it goes frame, washer, peg, and then the bolt on the inside to tighten that down and keep it from slipping. But what I get here, I'm gonna send you guys a link because just I don't know what you're using. Hold on, car. Um, I don't know what you're using, but with like a normal ratchet, you have a really tough time getting leverage. So I'm gonna send this link in here. Most bike axles are like 17 or 19 millimeter, and get a car like cross wrench, I guess. Here, look, I'm gonna send this. It's like, I don't know, get it from Walmart, maybe. Amazon, it's a little more expensive, but this thing it's for taking off car lug nuts. So you can tighten that thing incredibly tight. You just put it in there, it fits in your peg, and just crank it, and that thing will not move. Aiden, maybe jump on it a couple times. I don't know, but make sure that that washer is there, and then make sure you crank it down. Okay, hope that helps. So Bortozo says, "When will you be releasing this ebook, and will it be free?" No, it. I'm probably only a third of the way done with it, and I don't. I set aside maybe 3 hours a week to work on it, but I'd say maybe what is it, 3 months I should be done. I'll let you guys know as it progresses and like give you guys videos on it, but it's not gonna be free. It's probably gonna be like, I don't know, 15, $20. But with the ebook, I'm gonna record videos like this that is essentially me talking about each chapter on it and just going really in depth on everything, and then also do an audiobook version. So I'm gonna bundle the three together so you get like the exclusive videos that go with it. You get the book, you get the audio, and yes, it's crazy that the BMX ebooks I have, like people buy them. So I know with this one and talking about the mental aspect of it, it's going to be really solid. And then having those videos, you're going to enjoy it for sure. Um, yeah, like as I write it, I think more in depth about different things. And I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like I talked about the stress factor, right? I don't know. In this book, right, it talks a lot about one of the books, that I'm taking the idea of, like, thin slicing from. So, if your heart rate is below 120, you're, like, in a comfortable state, right? You're just fine, you're chilling. But once it elevates to around 120, you start to flutter with your fight or flight response, and it elevates your heart rate. You go into, like, a primal response mechanism, right? Where your vision narrows, your focus intensifies, and people talk about it like slow motion. So in Blink, the book that I got this from, it talks about a police shooting, and the cop talks about it and he can remember like where each bullet entered, like, and it was just like slow motion, but he's in that state where he's like life threatened, so it shuts down your other organs and enhances the ones you need for survival. So it's crazy. Now if he was in the sub 120 heartbeat, then he's not going to be worried about that. Like he's chilling. But when that elevates, that's how our primal brain, our limbic system takes over. So it's like thinking about it with BMX, how you can, okay, think about this. Okay, then after 150, everything starts to shut down. So after 150, you're like, I'm gonna die, and you conserve as much energy. So you want to stay right in the middle. That's the whole idea with this part. And so let's see. Imagine this, okay? You've never ridden BMX before, and you're gonna try a double backflip. Your life depends on it. Somebody's gonna shoot you if you don't double backflip. You're gonna be way over 150 beats per minute. You're gonna be stressed out. So that's going to be counterproductive for you. But let's say you can already single backflip and you're going to try a double backflip. It's scary, but it's not like life threatening. So you're going to be right in that perfect range where you can narrow in and have the focus for that. It's really interesting. The like our brains are crazy. So anyway, stay tuned. That's going to be fun. All right, I'm going to look for some solid comments. Dang, Aiden put the same same question like 44 times. Aiden, I'm sorry. I got to your question. I got to your question. Yeah, Lucas says just tighten your back wheel way too much. Use that thing I told you and crank it down. Lucas has to spread his dropouts to get his wheel. Have you guys ever had that thing where your peg gets kind of rounded off at the end and you can't fit the socket in there? I had that. I had like a mini hacksaw that I got for something. I can't remember. And I'm like trying to cut my peg off. It was the worst time ever. I don't recommend that. Let's see. Richard, yo, we're gonna go to regionals. I don't know if you're close. I'm gonna get ready later. Richard, tomorrow we do BMX tomorrow, guys. Richard, let's talk about Richard. Richard is crazy. We have like this 16-foot deep bowl in El Paso at regionals. And he's like, I'm gonna 360 down that. I'm like, Richard, you're gonna die. But we all supported it. He actually messed up his knee 360ing into a different bowl. He like dislocated it and then had to get surgery. And so now he's riding again. It's been like what, Richard, 6 months? He's riding again with a knee brace, but he's doing like 180s and bar spins again with a knee brace. Crazy. So if you guys have any excuses, think about Richard and don't have any excuses. Okay. Yeah, Richard, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Christian Porras says, "What's up, Doug? Your thoughts on the new Tater Roskelly video?" Tater, okay. The Tate Roskelly video was amazing. So I didn't actually watch it. I talked about it in one of the podcasts about it being an upcoming thing. But here, I'm gonna play like a clip if you guys can even see it. It's nuts. It is nuts. This whole thing. He like on one part, he took his tires and his tubes off and hopped on like a chain and rode with just his rims on this chain or wire, whatever it was. It shouldn't be possible, but he did it. I don't know if you guys will even be able to see this, but you might have already watched it. I don't know. Here, I'm panning through. We're gonna find something good here. Hopefully you can see it. Oh, look, we'll go to this part. Um, oh. Hold on, hold on. Oh wait, we don't want to go that far back. All right, I hope you can see this. Go. It's gonna be blurry, but it's okay. Just use your imagination. Fill in the pixels. Okay. All right, if I hold it back here, there. Ooh. Okay, that was crazy, right? But then look at that. He's no tires. He's riding on the chain. That's nuts. I think was it Tate Roskelly that did Dragon's Blood way back, or was it Eric Elstrand? I feel like it was Eric Elstrand. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna plug this edit because this is the first time I heard of Eric Elstrand. Yeah. This was the first time I saw like this weird writing where it's just weird. Okay, like I'm gonna send this clip. It's a Vimeo. Eric Elstrand. He's riding at a bar, and then he has his handlebars loose, so he drops his handlebars down and then ducks under it. It's just like that kind of riding is just absolutely insane. I don't understand it. And it's I don't know. There's a you can argue it, right? Like the skaters did this on one of a podcast. They talked about this video, and they're like, "How do BMXers feel about that? Is it like us, where we're just like, oh, creativity is cool, or do they look down on it because it's not real BMX riding?" And I'm curious, what do you guys think? Like, I think it's super cool because the whole thing is it's a creative outlet for us. We use our creativity to ride how we feel and what we like, and then we get hated on for it, like Rodeo Peanut, but who cares, right? That's how I feel about it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who look down on it, sadly. Austin C says, "Would you ever consider coming to Oregon to ride? We have some pretty sick parks near the Portland area." What's that? Um, I have a friend in Oregon, DJ, and I need to go up and ride and snowboard with him. So I'd love to be in that area, but God, it's so far. Like the United States is so big, it's wild how far Oregon is for me. I don't know. It'd be a fun trip. I can't wait to start traveling more. Like just go on month-long trips, just cruising. Well, I'm gonna get a Tesla one day, right? And then I'll just be able to I'll just live in it and just be able to travel. I can sleep in the charger station areas and then travel the next day. I don't know. That'd be so much fun. That's my ultimate goal. So Timothy says, "I love the sound wave, just don't like the Billard Green. Thanks for the advice. Best info on YouTube." Um, breast advice. Um, yeah, dude, I feel the same way, honestly. The Billard Green, they could have done better. I bet this is just a wild guess. 2022 Sunday Soundwave is going to be something like black. I'm going to guess that. Okay. We'll see if I'm right. But maybe you want to wait and see what 2022 bike looks like. And then, yeah, maybe that's a solid choice for you. You could also check into, well, like I said, the We the People Envy would be okay. It's a little more responsive, or the We the People Revolver. That one's kind of more dirt orientated because it has bigger gearing, but you might like that one too. Look at those. Although, or fly, high end fly bikes like the Orion, check that out too. So I just named off like a ton of good tall bikes that are expensive for you. So Timothy says you should do videos on aftermarket parts. So I'm working on it. One thing I really want to do is partner with different brands to actually have the parts so that I can get really good videos of them and then actually tell you guys how they feel. Because you can look at the specs, but it's different, right? When it's actually on the bike and how it works with different things. So that's in the plan, but not yet, not yet. Very soon. Dirt Racer says in the USA, it's 700 just to walk in the ER, 30,000 for any basic surgery. All safety gear is cheap insurance. Dude, super good advice. Like he said that when we were talking about the full face thing and smashing your teeth. And when you're a kid, you don't really think about that because your parents pay for it. Okay. You go to the hospital, it doesn't matter to you. But once you get 18, man, and if your parents are like, all right, figure it out, you you're gonna wow, I feel bad. Cause I know for a fact when I did my whole thing with my parents, like I know that costed a ton of money. And if I did it now that I'm 18, like I'd be in debt for the rest of my life, you know? So yeah, that's crazy. Very good advice, Timothy. Guys, be safe. Don't smack your head. Um, all right, we're looking for some good comments. Sorry. I feel like it's so awkward when I'm just reading these comments. I need what I need somebody to like watch this with me, like sit over there and then find good and then just tell them to me so I could talk about it. Cause me just standing here like this, that's awkward. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. Dirt Racer says, my old guy advice: wear knee pads, shin guards, ankle guards, stretch before you ride, dynamic stretches first, static stretches second, warm up first, don't send it out of the gate. Perfect. Very well said. Very well said. Bladders? What? Jared says if I didn't live in PA and didn't have a million hills everywhere, I'd probably ride brakeless. Uh, that's a good point. I remember when I was in the UK, I rode everywhere, and there are so many hills. Like one, I got really strong legs from pedaling up hills, but two, I didn't have brakes, so I thrashed my shoes and I thrashed my tire. My back tire had flat spots from jamming it up to stop, and brakes would have saved me a lot of money there. So that is a good point. I don't really think about that. Like I always assume everyone lives in similar situations to where I live, and that's not the case. So good point, Jared. If you guys live on something in a hilly area, you do need brakes. Beef BMX, what is the deal with Woodward? Do you have to be under 18 to go? I would love to go, but their website is super confusing on how to get in. Um, I'm not really sure. So if you're over 18, you're technically an adult camper. At Woodward East, I don't think you can be an adult camper because the cabins are like all for kids and they don't really have a spot for adult campers to stay. So if you're talking about East, you could go as an employee. So you'd have to apply to work there and then you do like work exchange. They pay you and you get to ride when you're not working. That's pretty cool. At Woodward West, you can be an employee or you could be an adult camper. So there's separate cabins for adults that you would stay in, and then yeah, and so you still pay the same price, like 1,000 to 1,500 to go for the week, and but you get to ride the whole time. So if you have the money, go that route for sure. If you don't have the money, the way ended up going for a couple summers was I had to work. So it was cool being able to like live there for a whole summer and work and ride, but it is kind of stressful. Like you don't get to ride near as much as you think you do, and then you're sore when you do ride, so you're like struggling to get to your shift on time, and it's kind of annoying. So if you can afford it and you're talking about West or one of the different camps, do that. If not, just be a worker. Chris says, Doug, can you tell Mike Laird to make my frame already? Um, Chris, Mike is my cousin. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be crazy. But I hope you get your frame. I thought you'd have it by now. Wasn't he working on the one before yours earlier? Rodney says, "Can you do a video on the We the People, Chrissy? I think you mean the crisis." And yes, so Rodney, I was telling them earlier in the live that the 2021 We the People video, all the bikes. So it's 2 hours long, but it talks about every single bike from the arcade, from the Nova, all the way up to the Battleship. Every single We the People bike reviewed, and 2 hours long. It's coming out at 3 today. So you should get a notification. But if you guys are curious about the We the People reviews, check it out. 3 p.m. That's how the schedule is going to work. It's going to go live on Friday morning, a new video every Friday after the live, a live on Sunday evening, podcast every Tuesday, and then the podcast video every Wednesday. And when I get more time, I'm going to work in a second video a week. It's going to be the gladiator ring, so where I can compare the bikes. But I don't have time for that one right now. This schedule is packed enough with like content 4 times a week, lives 2 times a week. You guys are set. So yeah, anyway, Tuesday. No, Friday. Friday at 3. My bad. Friday at 3, We the People videos, okay? God. Yeah, Shinobi says, I had the same experience when losing control car on ice. I thought about 3 different things before starting to think and react, get the car back under control. And when I reacted and got it back, felt slow mo. Dude, I can think about a handful of times like riding a bike where you crash or you're in the air and you know you're going to crash. It just stops, right? And the fact that it's a split second when stuff like that happens, but you can actually run through scenarios. You're like, well, if I put my foot down, like, or if I jump off, this is going to happen, and blah, 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 and then you make the best decision. It's called like thin slicing. Or like scary situations like that, people have Spooky, very spooky. Houston McPherson says, "My bad, I'm late. It's okay, man. Glad you are here right at the end that I'm getting to your comment." Um, how far behind am I? Not oh, maybe I'm too far. Rado, that video of you asking, like, I put a video of the live of me asking about, like, Rado said, "Can you have a project car and a girlfriend?" or something like that. I can't remember, but I like took that and put it on Instagram, and random people share it. They think it's the funniest thing. So, Rado, good job. You're comedic gold. Beef BMX says, "Doug, let me know if you're in the Chicago area. The suburbs have some good parks." Dude, that would be sick. I think what I'll do is on that spot on YouTube where I can post. I don't think many people use that. I like to use it for polls. It's a lot of fun, but I can post different areas when I'm traveling so you guys can pop in and we can ride bikes. Joel Berg says, "Can you backflip?" Joel, it's a very touchy subject. Long story short, when I went to Woodward the first time, everyone in my cabin learned them. And then I was too scared. I never tried them. It was like 4 years later that I finally landed my first one. And it was fun. I did it everywhere, super easy. It's a little scary, but so easy. And then I did one and like I pulled up, but I didn't look with my head. So my bike went up and like I and, almost broke my neck, I think, in my opinion. So then I was scared again. Then I relearned them, and I relearned them different. I don't pop anymore, but and I push through them. But I can do them. I still hate them. I hate them. I'll try and do one tomorrow if Chris and Frankie are still here. You guys peer pressure me tomorrow for Joel. We will do a backflip, okay? Rado says, "Can you imagine 360 a car?" Yo, Miguel, what is up, Miguel? You are new to the live, I think. So welcome. Glad you are here. Uh, Rufus Chase says Barrick looks down at anyone who doesn't ride street. Chase, do you remember Sword? I remember with Sword one time he was like, God, what was it? He was mad about me because I'm a quote unquote park rider. And I'm like, Sword, I will throw pegs on right now and smack you in a game of bike. And he shut up real quick. But speaking of that, it's kind of funny, right? Logan Martin put a video out with he put pegs on. It was like a big deal to him that he put pegs on. And he was very sketchy looking in grinds. You never see him doing grinds. But it's kind of funny. This man's can like flare triple whip, but has a hard time doing an ice pick. Very weird. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. Rado says, Doug, any tips for snowboards? I don't know why I can't read right now. Snowboarding is fun, Rado. That's all I got to say. Jake Craves says, "Hey, I finally made it to one of the lives. What's up, Jake? Glad you could make it. I'm going to start bouncing around on questions. So if you guys have any last minute questions you want, throw those in there and I will try and get to it. Um, looking like a hawk. Yo, Austin started following me on Instagram. You guys also you can follow Dougster Bob right now from the live, and I will follow you back, but only from the live. So if you want to do that right now. Anyway, questions. Aaron Laird, what's up, Aaron? He said, I snapped my front tooth falling off a 3 foot quarter at age 13. Yeah, dude, with my tooth, it bent back. So when I went to the hospital, they had me bite on something and then they pulled it to put it back in place. And then like 2 weeks later, it was just yellow. It was completely yellow. And so I went to the dentist. They said that the nerves broke or whatever. I don't know how teeth work. The nerves quit working. So they had to do the root canal and everything. And you, if you guys are comfortable, like having that thing in your mouth where it spreads your mouth open and then dentist going in there with, you're wild because that is the worst thing ever. Absolutely. Like, there's no way anyone should be allowed to do that. Like, wouldn't it be cool if our teeth were just perfect? Um, all right, last minute questions. Let's see. Lucas says, "Could you ever do a subscriber custom BMX bike check?" What do you mean, Lucas? Like you send me your bike and then I do a bike check on it, or send a custom recommendation? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Rado, remind me where you're from. Are you from Malaysia? I think that's what it is, right? Beef BMX says, appreciate the work you put into the channel and it's not taken for granted. Dude, I appreciate that. I I was thinking about that today. So, like, as you guys know, the whole mission behind this, it all started right at Woodward when Jake, the action sports guy, said numbers are down the last few years and like BMX is kind of dying off because there's less people. And I was like, what could I do to make something that gets people into the sport? So I created the blog to help people understand it more, and now it's the YouTube. But I was thinking of that today, and now the mission is to get 1,000,000 people into the sport. So by sending out the bike recommendations, that's how I'm going to measure that. And we're going for 1,000,000. So if you guys want to help me get 1,000,000 people into the sport, that's the new mission. That's the brand identity, and that's what we're going for. So that just started today. Now it's not grow the sport; it's get 1,000,000 people in, which is the same, but it's a lot more specific. So that'd be crazy, like to look back in 5 years and be like, "Wow, we got 1,000,000 people into like nuts." So that's the goal. That is the goal. And let's see. Beef BMX said he followed me on Twitter. Dude, I tried to get back into Twitter, and I don't know, the handful of people I do follow are just dramatic babies about everything. It's like they're always crying about something. And I get it. Like maybe that's what Twitter's for, but the mental impact that that has, just I unfollowed like 4 people on Instagram because they posted some annoying story complaining about men, right? It's like shut up. Just I'm sorry. Twitter is very I hate Twitter. So I deleted it again. Uh, maybe I'm just gonna make a completely new Twitter, like with the Dougster Bob brand thing, and just let it grow organically like Instagram. But yeah, uh, hate Twitter. Sorry if you guys hate men and post about it. I will unfollow you. Andrew says, "Hey man, what's up? What's up, Andrew? Welcome to the live. You're a little late, guys. Chase, if you live in Las Cruces, Chase is having a cereal party tomorrow evening. Oh, I'm gonna put that anyway. I don't know how it works. I imagine I'm gonna show up. We're gonna have like golden, like Easter dinner type plates around the table, and then a bunch of cereals in the middle. I will. Hold on. Look, I have these Travis Scott Reese's Puffs I bought because I thought one day they're going to be worth some money. So they're signature Travis Scott Reese's Puffs, and I think I'm going to bring them to the cereal party. But if you guys are in Las Cruces, I invite you. Look, he's holding a giant spoon. That's crazy. So I don't listen to Travis Scott, but maybe people like his cereal. And so Chase, I might bring that. It's $6 on eBay. So right now it's worth 3 times what I paid for it. That's exciting. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't bring it, Chase. Um, all right, guys. I think I'm gonna start to wrap it up. Is there any last minute questions? Post it in there right now. Um, Oh, Matt. Hey, Doug. Got any good content on doing your own bike assembly and maintenance? Um, no, not yet, Matt. It's going to be a part of bike school. There's going to be really in-depth stuff on there, but not through my YouTube. I'm going to eventually uh try and do an ebook video collaboration for that, just helping you out because it's really hard to get your bike, especially now I know about bikes, right? But I think back to when I first bought my first bike and it came in the box and I'm like, how do I how? And I didn't really have YouTube back in the day. So you guys have YouTube, but that's kind of how it's going to go. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna try and make content to help people out because that does help the mission of getting 1,000,000 people into the sport. You got the bike, but now what, right? So that is a plan, but hold on. What is Luke was it Lucas says, "Please answer my question." Who said please answer my question? I'm trying to find your question. Isaac is Isaac. Hold on, Isaac. I can't I'm trying to find your question. Post it again. Oh, wait, wait. Okay, here it is. How long can you ride a frame? Is there a certain point where it's too old? No, Isaac, I don't think so. I think you could ride a frame until it cracks. Like I think I have a 2014. Oh my God, no way. Maybe it's a 2016. No, it's got to be a 2014. Anyway, 2014 or 2016 Fit Dugan frame, and that thing's still going strong. I don't ride it anymore. It was like I rode it for 4 years, and that's the only frame that's lasted me that long. But I still have it, and I'm gonna build up a street bike around it. So yeah, as until it snaps, you could ride it. That's what I think. Now, when you get to like multi generations, like a 20-year-old frame, then obviously the specs have changed incredibly to where, older frames used to be 14-inch plus chainstays, and now they're 13-inch or so. So, I mean, when it gets to that point and you want to be with the updated geometry, then you can do that. But yeah. Okay, okay. So it's kind of like Robert Grace. What's his name? Grayson Roberts. Bike checks, but not a roast, just check your opinion on the bikes. I don't know, Lucas. I think that's an okay idea. I've kind of thought about it, just as a way to be more in touch with the community and everyone that watches the Dougster Bob stuff. But I don't necessarily like I don't know, Grayson Roberts. I don't like his attitude, honestly, and I don't want to bring that into the channel. So for me, it'd have to be a way to keep it like super positive. And then what if I do hate the bike? Like I'm not gonna lie to you. So I don't know. I'm kind of at a catch 22 with that because that would be fun, but I don't want to incorporate like I don't know. He's real negative. I don't like it. I don't want to incorporate that in there. No hate. Homie grinds. He's killing it, obviously, but that's not what it's about here. You know what I mean? Chase says, "Can you lace your own wheel?" Are you asking me, Chase? I can, but I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Hate lacing wheels. That would be a good video for you all because if I buy this We the People hybrid hub, then I have to lace the wheel. I'll probably have Barrick lace it. Barrick likes to lace wheels. Um, yeah, Beef BMX. If you get in, like, guys, I always shout out you guys' YouTubes, your Instagrams, just because like everyone here likes to follow each other and interact together. Like I watch when say Lucas posts a new video, I'll watch it, comment on it, right? And then I see 4 or 5 people from the lives commenting on there. And to me, it's super cool just being able to interact with you guys like that. So I don't see any last minute questions. Um, okay, wait. Andrew says also answer my question. Andrew, I'm sorry. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Tail whip all the way around. Um, Andrew, this is a lot, man. I charge people for this. um, I'd have to see where you're at with the tail whip because some people are throwing the whips above their head. Some people aren't kicking it right. Some people are doing it goofy footed. There's so many different things. If you want, send me a video on Instagram, okay, to Dougster Bob. Send me a video of you trying it, and I'll look at it and see what you need to do differently to land it. But it's really hard to tell, like, this is how you tail whip because everyone's doing something wrong that's different from somebody else. So, and there's also not one way to do it. I see some people that kick with one foot. I see some people that somehow land it like this and double dribble. Some people land it pedals. Some people land it cranks. So yeah, it's kind of like a dynamic trick. But if you send me that, I got you, man. Yeah. Jake, oh my God, answer Jake's question. Oh, Jake says, what time do your live streams normally start? So, Jake, here's what you need to do. Go to my channel, Dougster Bob, on YouTube, okay? And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it says upcoming streams, and then you can click set reminder on that stream. So like this one, if you would have went last week, you could click set reminder and then it reminds you when the stream is going on. For me, I'm in Denver time zone. I don't know what that is. I think it's Mountain Standard. Um, the Friday lives start at 11:15 in the morning, Mountain Standard Time, and the Sunday evening lives start at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard. So, the easiest way, because there's different time zones, different countries, go to the channel and hit get notified. Okay. On that, guys, if you haven't liked this, we're over 30, so give me extra likes before we leave. And then that is it, guys. I cannot wait to see you in the next live Sunday. And then, guys, 3 p.m., the We the People videos, 2 hour long video, all the We the People bikes in there. So make sure you guys check that out. Okay. Have a great day. I am going to go. Oh, I got to ride some bikes today. So, all right, guys, have fun. I appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the community. It means a lot.